What's up again, everybody? A few weeks ago, this channel reached its 1-year anniversary, which got me thinking. To this point, I've recorded, edited, and uploaded 86 different Dice Masters videos just for fun and with no expectation of compensation for over a year. I do this first and foremost because I love this game and I want other people to love this game too. And it was this line of thinking that led me to making this video, in which we are going to beg the question, why Dice Masters? What is it about Dice Masters that keeps players like me interested? Or if you haven't played Dice Masters, why should you consider getting into it? So with those questions in mind, I think the first point to consider is Dice Masters makes itself extremely accessible to new players thanks to the many varied intellectual properties it includes within its game. WizKids smartly taps into some easily recognizable properties that I think open the game up to a ton of different audiences. I mean, think about it. You like Spider-Man? We got it. Superman? Done. The Green Lantern? We've got like 3. Batman? He's in there too. Chris Pratt? Yup. A children's card game? Yeah, that's in this. Renaissance Italian artists? We have 2 sets of those. Poe Dameron? That's a wrong game. A guy with a lute? I mean, we had him, but he kind of broke everything, so we got rid of it. The point is, if you've been near a screen, book, comic, or a person since the 70s, you should recognize a character in this game. And the craziest thing about all of these great IPs is that the game itself could just simply have a generic theme without all of these recognizable characters, and it would still be a great game because the mechanics are easy to grasp and a lot of fun to perform, which leads me to my next point. Dice Masters shares a lot of design space with other trading card games like Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn order, unit characteristics, and even card keywords are familiar to people who have played these other games. This makes approaching the game easier for new players, as the learning curve can be fairly low. If you've already played those, you know how to do these things. And the sooner you're comfortable with the game, the more fun you're having with it. What Dice Masters does differently, though, is splice these standard tropes with aspects of deck-building games. Without launching into a how-to on how to play Dice Masters, this combination of deck-building and standard TCG gameplay gives strategy the opportunity to flourish. You can still do things like analyze your opponent's deck, determine what's the aggro team and who's the control team, and calculate draw RNG, but now you get to also see exactly what your opponent is going for, when they're going for it, and you can respond accordingly. The fact that every bit of information is available to both players and nothing is secret really rewards those who can do all of those strategic things best. And if those things aren't really your cup of tea, you still get to sit across from a really nice person and roll a bunch of dice, which in turn adds a press your luck sense of tension to the game. Speaking of nice people, tiptoe through the window. This is an extremely important aspect of a game that often gets overlooked, at least it did by me when I first started out. Nobody wants to sit down and play a fun game with someone they immensely dislike. Well, I shouldn't say nobody, so I'll errata that and I'll say most people. In that same vein, a good, positive community can make a good game better. Dice Masters has a great community. I've been a part of this game since February of 2015, and I have yet to meet, talk to, play with someone who diminishes the experience in really any way. This extends past my own local scene and includes people that I interact with on Facebook groups and people that I've played with over Google Hangouts. I've played this game with people in other states in the US, I've played this game with people in Canada, I've played this game with people in Europe, and the common thread between them all is that they are all awesome, amazing people. There's a generosity and a kindness to the community that I've not seen in many other trading card games, which is in no way a knock on other games. It's just a statement meant to encourage new or prospective players to get into Dice Masters Facebook groups and experience what I'm seeing. This is not a game that will be killed by the community. This is also not a game that will be killed by the price, because Dice Masters is... Look, I'm a teacher by trade. I'm not exactly rolling in it. Never mind the fact that I have 2 kids in diapers. Even with all of that, I'm still able to afford a very healthy Dice Masters collection, primarily because of the cost of the game. 99 cents for a booster pack is crazy good. 80 bucks for a box of Dice Masters booster packs is also really good. No, a single box does not get you a full collection of whatever set you're looking for, but it does get you decently close. Tack on trading and the generosity that I mentioned in the last point, and you can have a hefty collection for an affordable price. Now, granted, WizKids is still working through how frequently they want to release new sets, and if you have month after month of new set releases, then you're going to drop some cash, but in my opinion, their release strategies going forward give me more hope than less for a smooth, consistent yearly plan that doesn't break the bank. Factor in the new modern age rotation and the fact that the game is still only 3 years old and you can get in easily without needing to go back years and grab old cards. All in all, now is a great time to jump in and play if you have not before. So there you have it. Those are some of my top reasons as to why I enjoy Dice Masters and why I think it's worth playing. This is by no means a comprehensive list, and honestly, I'd love for as many people as possible to chime in with why you like the game as well. I'd love for this video to be a place for all of us to sound off as to why we enjoy playing Dice Masters and why others can love it too. That way we as a community have yet another good place to point new and prospective players to in order for them to get information and to see if they're interested in playing. Who knows, maybe your comment will directly influence someone to join the game and contribute in some form or fashion to this awesome community. Anyway, I say it in every video and I'll say it again here. Thanks for watching.